Hey there, I have a quick thought for you around the power of perceptions, the power of your interpretations. No matter how good or difficult your life might be right now, it's all a matter of your interpretation and how you look at the experience that will make all the difference in whether or not you succeed or fail in some cases. And I hope while you're going through this coronavirus like we all are, that you are choosing to have a winner's mindset. That is the key. No matter how difficult it may be, no matter how much discouragement you may feel, I'm going to invite you to change your interpretation, to change how you communicate internally, and that will make all the difference in your life. All right, to do this, I'm gonna share an experience of Thomas Edison, the great inventor. I bet you didn't know this truth or story. Here we go. Thomas Edison devoted 10 years and all of his money to developing the nickel alkaline storage battery at a time when he was almost penniless. Through that period of time, his record and film production company was supporting the storage battery effort. Then, one night, the terrifying cry, "Fire!" echoed throughout the film plant. Spontaneous combustion had ignited some chemicals. Within moments, all the packing compounds, celluloids for records, film, and other flammable goods had all gone up in flames. Fire companies from 8 towns arrived, but the heat was so intense that the water pressure was so low that the fire hoses had no effect. Edison was 67 years old, no age to begin anew. His daughter was frantic, wondering if he was safe, wondering if his spirit was broken. How could he handle such a crisis at his age? She saw him running toward her, and he spoke first. He said, "Where's your mother? Go get her. Tell her friends. They'll never see a fire like this as long as they live." Wow, what a great response or interpretation. At 5:30 the next morning, with the fire barely under control, he called his employees together and announced, "We're rebuilding." One man was told to lease all the machine shops in the area, another to obtain a wrecking crane from the Erie Railroad Company. Then, almost as an afterthought, Edison added, "Oh, by the way, does anyone know where we can get some money?" Anyway, virtually everything we recognize as a Thomas Edison contribution to our lives happened after that disaster. Think about that. Everything you know that we have been blessed with because of the ingenuity and the mind of Thomas Edison happened after that disaster. I pulled this from a book called No Matter How Long or Hard the Road by Jeffrey R. Holland. And let me tell you something, what a powerful thought. The way you look at the world will determine your reality. And I suggest, and I've said this on other videos, and I'm going to say it again because it's that important, that when you have problems in your life, shrink the problems. When good things happen to your life, blow those out of proportion. Here's what people that are discouraged or even depressed do. They flip those. When bad things happen to their lives, they blow it out of proportion. And then when good things come into their life, they shrink it. It only happens at this time or that time, or this never happens like this to me. Or they'll make an excuse for the good times. I'm telling you, have an abundance mindset. Look at your world with a spirit of hope. And I think that hope will come through a spirit of gratitude. When you look at your world and you pick out all the things, large and small, that you have to be grateful for. And a lot of this has to do with your view, your interpretation, your paradigm of your world. And whatever your paradigm is, you're going to find experiences that harmonize with that dominant thought. So be careful what that dominant thought is. Look for the good and eliminate the negative. I'm saying, I've said it before, you've probably heard me, especially if you're a part of my community. I hope you all are. But listen, see things as they are, but see them a little better than they are. Okay? What many people do is they see things as they are, and then they tend to see it worse than it is. That's not healthy. So be like Thomas Edison and learn the art of master interpretation. Steve Jobs was a master interpreter as well. He knew the potential of his A players team and what they could accomplish when they were making that original Mac. And he pushed them because he believed it was possible. He lived in, what did they call it? The virtual reality field or something like that. A different mindset. You have got to put your mind into a different place. A place that rises above the current circumstances. All right, I could keep going on this, but it's time to move on. Master the art of communication. Choose what you're going to focus on and believe it's possible. Go unleash your greatness within. Podcast listeners, thanks for listening. You've taken time out of your schedule, and I really appreciate it. Now do me a favor. If you like what you heard, star it. Thanks. Now go unleash your greatness within.
GreatnessWithin.com